Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. Look at this river of fresh running water straight from the heavens, which is very unusual for California, especially Southern California, because it very rarely rains here compared to me, who is a Floridian, who is used to rain almost on a daily basis, especially in the summer times. It only rains probably about 10 to 20% in California than it does out in Florida. Do not take that as a mathematical accurate assumption, because I just made that up off the top of my head. Somebody should research that and figure out if I am right or I am wrong on that calculation. Why am I standing in the rain here in Whittier, California on a Sunday? Because something very important is standing right beside me. And what I mean by standing, I mean a structure. That guy was driving kind of fast in the rain. I'm talking about the Holy Grail of Back to the Future Part 1 and Part 2, Whittier Union High School. That is awesome! It's my second channel, daily blog channel. It's the Daily Marty McFly riding his skateboard right up to the front of the gate. The gates would be open. Jennifer Parker would be running down the stairway, warning him that Strickland is looking for him. He's tardy once again. Pretty awesome. Now, if you know me, or if you've watched my videos enough, which hopefully you have if you subscribe to the TheDailyWoo channel, you will know that I am the, if not the biggest, one of the biggest Back to the Future fans in the world, along with my buddy Justin Scard, who teamed up with me. We have done Part 1 video locations for Back to the Future and Part 2 video locations. A little more different than a vlog. I wanted to do a vlog where I could actually show you an unedited romping and roaming around the grounds of this high school here in Whittier, California. Whittier High School, which is closed today because it is Sunday, and the only schooling you should be doing is Sunday schooling. But this does kind of tie into a Sunday school-esque type of vlog, because for a lot of Back to the Future fans, this is a religious experience showing up here in front of the school. Man, they really cleaned this place up. In fact, that scene was filmed right here. Now, I don't want to give away too many of the filming locations. I'm just going to show them in the vlog type aspect. And the reason I didn't do a vlog on this before the main channel videos were up, which you can find on the TheDailyWoo channel, just type in TheDailyWoo Back to the Future, and you will see the creations that Justin Scard and I did together. A nice collaboration. He helped me out a lot. I did the video editing, put them on my channel, but without Justin's help, I probably would not have found some of the locations. This is an easy one. The high school is actually not that difficult. If you can find the high school, you can actually find quite a few shots from Part 1 and Part 2 if you're lucky enough to get here on a school day when the gates are actually open and you can actually get in here. But normally, they're closed. So let's take basically a moment to walk around here on this wonderful Sunday. A lot of people do Sunday drives. Well, we're going to do a Sunday walking vlog around the property. So you've seen the front at the beginning of the movie when Marty rides up, Michael J. Fox on his skateboard, and also around back were actually quite a few other scenes. So I'm just going to have a little moment of quietness now. Walk with me through Whittier, California, as we check out the school from Back to the Future. Oh yeah, this is exciting. I am truly, this is my Graceland, sir. All right, shh, let's do it. You can actually hear a lot of birds. And I really hope my phone does not get damaged, because it's actually raining on my phone. Not hard, just kind of dripping down. But I hear a flock of birds. Do you hear that? Oh my gosh, what is this? The birds? Can you hear that noise? Not the car, but do you hear that noise? Whittier High School, home of the Cardinals. And those are not cardinals we hear. Those are birds up there. Look at all those birds. And what is directly below the birds? The birds are squawking. That's because a fight has broken out right over there. I'm talking about the punch-out scene. George McFly decked Biff right there. Look. Lots of leaves have fallen. Brings back a lot of memories to be here. Not only from doing the video locations with Justin from part 1 and part 2 at 2 different years, 2 years ago and then a year ago. Spoiler alert, this year, within the next couple months, me and him are going to be doing an epic road trip around California, and we're going to be doing the part 3 filming locations. So a lot of people have been asking, when are you and Justin Scard from Live Fast Die Poor going to be doing the part 3 locations? The completion of the trilogy, oh yes, is going to be happening very soon. But I wanted to do a walkabout. That's where the punch-out scene was. Strickland's office from part 2 was over here. Marty ran out of there, ran right over in here, and then saw his father knock Biff out. And of course, if you look over there, there's the stairway where Biff had the sports almanac. All this can be seen in the part 1 and part 2 filming location videos that Justin and I did. Those are a lot more intense, a lot more epic. We have the background music. We give a lot more facts, figures, close-ups, exact, detailed, minute details of what each shot is, starting with the beginning of part 1 to the end of part 1, starting with the beginning of part 2 and the end of part 2. I don't think we really missed anything. In fact, we even got to go on the Universal backlot at Universal Studios Hollywood and get some great shots. But no one's really done a walk around the school vlog. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a Back to the Future school vlog, and I wanted to bring you with me. I've been out here a couple times since I've been back in California in the last week. I just come out here and I stand or I sit. One night I came out here and I sat right here on this bench and I sat here and I stared at that tree for probably about a half hour. I got a little misty-eyed, I got a little teary-eyed, because this is holy ground for me when it comes to filming locations, movies that influence my life. Back to the Future Part 1 is my favorite movie ever. I love a lot of 80s movies, but Back to the Future Part 1. I love Part 2 and Part 3, but Part 1, for me, this is the spot. I went to the mall yesterday, which was really cool. Twin Pines Mall. Hung out there for a little bit. That was the first time I've actually been inside the mall, which is kind of not as epic as being in the parking lot. Usually the parking lot is non-significant for most malls, but in that mall, the mall is insignificant compared to the parking lot. But today, I am at the school. Just picture all these cars here, the Enchantment Under the Sea dance happening right inside of there. Amazing. Of course, not every scene was filmed here at the school. They use locations all around Southern California. If you want to see all the locations, go over to my main channel, the TheDailyWoo channel, and just search Back to the Future. But for now, gander at this. Also very cool too, not only did Marty ride his skateboard at the beginning of the movie in part 1 in front of the high school, the punch-out scene was here. Biff had the sports almanac right there. The Enchantment Under the Sea dance supposedly was happening in this building, which it wasn't. It was at another place that you can see in my main channel video, the Back to the Future video. But also, you can see this in part 2. When the future is glim and glum, the police cars are driving right down here, and Michael J. Fox's character stumbled upon a newspaper in front of Strickland's house. Strickland lived right there, right down that little road. He's the second house on the left. So if you're looking from here, Michael J. Fox went to the front porch of Strickland's house. Of course, Strickland pulled out a shotgun, chased him down the road here. You can see this building behind it. I'm not going to show any more than that. Just go over to my main channel, search Back to the Future Part 1, Part 2 filming locations for more information on that. But I just wanted to show you the proximity, walking distance. These are unedited, so you kind of get the vibe of how it all works out, how they did the filming, how they came back 4 years later for the filming of Part 2 compared to Part 1. Right here, look at that. There's a cardinal. Whittier has a W on it. Whittier Cardinals. And there's the school. This would have been the roof that supposedly Michael J. Fox's character ran up these exact stairs and then would have met Doc Brown on the roof. Of course, they didn't film it on this roof, but these are the stairs that Michael J. Fox ran up. These would not have been here. These bars would not have been here at this time. But there's the stairs. And of course, the Enchantment Under the Sea dance stage supposedly would have been right through this door right here. So these would not have been here. Those are the doors. Pretty fantastic. I love it out here. I love filming locations. I love the 80s. I love movies. But when all those things are combined, I nerd out on any filming location, but even more nerd out on 80s filming locations, and even more than that, Back to the Future filming locations. And that's actually how I met Justin Scar. A lot of people want to know, how did you meet Justin? I actually met him through a website, a Back to the Future website that he had created and had heard of his band beforehand. I was in a band from Florida. He was in a band from California. We had a love for Back to the Future. Man, I said that very loudly. These neighbors are going to think I'm crazy. They're going to think I'm crazy about Back to the Future. I get very excited when it comes to BTTF and all things Back to the Future. So I met Justin that way, through Back to the Future. We have a kinship, a closeness when it comes to Back to the Future. All things 80s, music, and the joyous things that have to do with those moments, passion in our lives together. So anyway, before I shed a tear, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to say adieu. I hope you've enjoyed this tour around the Back to the Future school. We should have a secondary moment of quietness, if you will, right over here near this punch-out scene right there. Look at that. Oh, man. Just look at it. This blows my mind. Anybody that has never seen Back to the Future, do yourself a favor. Watch the movie. Enjoy it. Soak it in. It's one of the greatest scripts, the greatest creations put onto film ever. Yes, there's some continuity errors. It's not perfection in every aspect, but it is perfection for an 80s child like me, and hopefully an 80s child like you. It's a great film. Great flick. Great freaking flick. Oh man, see? I have the sign up here where you're not allowed in here. There are security cameras in use. The couple times Justin and I have come out here, school was actually just getting out of session. The gate was open. We romped around freely through here. Very awesome. Knock on wood. Both times, pre-knocking on wood, before we got here, both times we got lucky enough when we were filming the main channel videos to get in the courtyard. Yes, and witness the majesty of Crispin Glover's character vicariously punching out Tom Wilson's character, Biff, right there. And here is a random dog. A random dog in the road. Brrr. What's up, buddy? What's your favorite character in Back to the Future? Biff. What was it? Biff. Man, he liked Biff. That's why he's looking very sad. He did not like the fact that Biff got knocked out right there. Take that, Biff. Take that, Biff. Oh, man. All right. That's about it. I need to get something to eat. Still doing well on my, not really a diet, but cutting back on junk food. Anyway, enough of that. I do not know what else to say. I am beside myself right now. I'm excited. Super excited to be here. These birds in the trees are chirping. I hear birds chirping. I hear children laughing. And the neighbors here across the street are looking at me oddly. Have a great day. Happy Sunday. And happy Back to the Future year? Back to the Future 2 year. Even though it's not as good as the first one, it's still a wonderful film. Just have a happy day.